Okay, so this is a nipple for a bike. You can't zoom it in, but anyway, this is what I'm looking at. I'm gonna make a little quick tool for it so I can use it with a fork, with a fork or a spoon. It doesn't really matter what you're using. This is a screwdriver set. It's from the pound shop, which is, you know, means like $1. I've just opened it. Right. And that's pretty cheap. That means it won't last very long. So it's like the cheapest sort of thing you can get. But anyway, I'm gonna get the 7mm and put a little notch in it. Oh, lost it already. Okay, so anyway, and hopefully this should work when using it for the bike. So anyway, this one, you can cut this part off. And all the main idea is just to see if it fits in there. So first I'm gonna flatten it. About that much, because there's a little curve in there. You can see it's just going straight and then up right there. So off she blows. If you don't have fancy tools, you can just use a hacksaw. You're just seeing that it fits in. It doesn't still sort of fit in. There is a bit of a curve to this. So I'm just going to slightly flatten this. But I'm going to use a file in a little while anyway. So what we're doing now is, what happens is when you do that, something will pop out like that. And because of something popping out and you're screwing it up, you need to get rid of a notch in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so these are tips for turning. So lefty loosey, so it loosens it. Righty tighty, it tightens the spoke. And turning in little measurements, so half a turn, quarter of a turn, and an eighth of a turn. So these little turns make a big difference, because you're turning the whole wheel. Turning it a little bit makes a big difference around the whole wheel. Okay, so if you've got an oval wheel, what you do is you tighten the side that's got the bump, and you loosen the side that's on the opposite end. So let's say that you know, the wheel's fine, but there's a bump just there. You have to tighten, say, you know, the bump's there, you'd have to tighten that one and then a few around it, depending on how long the bump is. You tighten the middle one the most, so half turn, the ones around it a quarter turn, and if it keeps carrying on, you just give it an eighth of a turn on the other sides, and you grab the wheel and you go to the opposite end and slightly loosen the other sides. So that's how you get rid of the oval. Okay, so if the wheel's bent, what do you do? So, you know, the wheel's got a bend in it, let's say, and it's dipping to one side. What would you do? It's quite simple. So, again, let's have a look at the wheel and say there's a bend there and it's coming towards us. If it's coming towards you, you don't want to mess with the parts that are coming towards you, the spokes. You want to go to the opposite end. You tighten that one, and see what happens. If you need to, you might have to loosen these and make sure that this one's tighter. And depending on how big the bend is, you carry on to the spokes on the other side. But you know, that's how you get rid of the bend. the tension of the wheel is very important, because without this you can either tighten it too much or it might be too loose. Too tight will make it rigid and break the wheel. Too loose will break the spokes. So you need the right amount of balance, so not too tight, not too loose. And you have to remember that one side will be a little bit tighter than the other side. I think it's the drive side. So I think this is the drive side, which has to be tighter, because it's got more pressure on that side from the spokes. And the way to check, I've not got any tools, and the way to check it is get a wheel that you've already got, and that wheel, just have a feel of the spokes. There shouldn't be too much play, and with that, so that one is a bad one. See that? It's not been threaded properly. So what you have to remember is that they should be touching. So these ones aren't even touching. There's no touch, and you can hear it. You can hear it. You can hear the sort of crushing sound. And you just have to make sure that there's only a little bit of flex, not too much, not too much. And that's the only way you can do it without a tool that I know of. I think there's a pitch that you can make a sound, and there might be an app for that. I don't know, I've not really looked for it. I've just felt my tires from other bikes and used that as a tool. And you might have to ride it 1 or 2 times and then retension it just in case, because sometimes they can get twisted. All right.